Okay, grade 7. So this is lesson 6 in chapter 7. Cross sections, okay? So cross sections happen when you cut a 3D shape. I can cut it diagonally, I can cut it vertically, or I can cut it horizontally, okay? So we need to review all vocabulary. For you to be successful, this vocabulary you should know. All of them you should know. I'd like to start here. A prism is a three-dimensional figure with at least two parallel congruent faces. Okay? This tissue box is a prism. Why? The top face and the bottom face are parallel. Are we together? So that's what makes it a prism. You should have two faces, at least two faces that are parallel. Here we have the top face is parallel to the bottom, the front face is parallel to the back, the left face is parallel to the right face. So that's why we are calling this a prism. Okay? And then we have a pyramid. The pyramid is a three-dimensional figure with one base. That is a polygon. So we also need to know what is a polygon. We need to discuss this, okay? And its other faces are triangles. So using this information, please do this and we will review tomorrow. Answer these questions using this information. All right. And we're going to start to do this, okay? So I will start with this one. What is a diagonal? Most of the time, diagonals are lines, okay? They can also be faces. You can have a diagonal face, okay? Now, what is a diagonal line? You draw it like this. Make sure you're using a ruler. It is going up or it is going down. That's a diagonal line. It is a straight line going up or down at an angle. Okay? So diagonal lines are straight lines going up or down at an incline or decline, at an incline or decline. So if it's going up, it's inclining. If it's going down, it's declining. Okay? This one is going up because it's going this way. And this one is going down because it's going this way. Okay? What is a plane? It's a flat surface that goes on forever in all directions. Like my table here is a plane. It is flat. It goes to the right. It goes to the left. This paper is a plane. It is flat. It's a flat surface. Okay? So a plane is a flat surface. It can be any two-dimensional shape. We will find out tomorrow if a circle is a plane. I think so. I will see later. I will let you know. But it is a flat surface. Can be any two-dimensional shape. And it goes on forever in all direction. And it goes on forever in all directions. Okay? Coplanar. Coplanar means you are on the same plane. So if I put my pencil and my my pencil and my pen on my paper, they are on the same plane, so they are coplanar. Okay? So coplanar means you points or lines on the same surface or same plane. Like on my table here, this container is coplanar to my book because they are both on the table. Okay? And my table is my plane. Okay? So if we look at this picture, your plane is the green, which we are calling plane J. And coplanar is A is coplanar to D, or AD is coplanar to BC because they are together on this plane. Are we together? That's what that means. Alright. So we've discussed diagonal, we've discussed plane, we've discussed coplanar. Alright. What is an edge? A line that joins two vertices in a polygon or a polyhedron. So, this is a polyhedron. You see, from this corner to this corner, this is an edge. So, it is a line. So, how will you know an edge? You need a line. And you need two letters, one at each end. A, B. So, for you to know it is an edge, you need two letters and you need a straight line. So, it's a line that joins two vertices in a polygon or a polyhedron. What is a vertex? A common endpoint of two lines that make an angle or a corner. So, in my tissue box, we are talking about vertex. This edge and this edge, they meet over here. So this corner is what I'm calling a vertex. One is vertex, many is vertices. So vertices or vertex are corners. So one, vertex means one, vertices means more than one. Okay? What is a face? It's a flat surface that makes a side of a 3D shape. It has to be flat. This is flat. See? So, this is a face. My tissue box has 6 faces. One on top, another one on bottom, one at the back, the other one on the front, one on the left, and the other one on the right. So, this shape right here that is flat is what I'm calling a face. Now, here I only have 2 faces, the top and the bottom. Do I even really have a face? No, because these are circles, they are not faces. Because these are curved. So remember, for you to be a face, you have to have straight edges. This one does not have straight edges. You see? All the edges are curved. So there is no faces over here. Okay? Alright. We continue. What is a base? Is the top or bottom of a 3D shape that an object can stand on. If your object can stand by itself, then this is a base. So my tissue box can stand like that. There is a base. There's another base on top. My tissue box can stand by itself like this. I have a base at the bottom and a base on top. My tissue box can stand like that. This is a base on top and a base at the bottom. Okay? You can either have one base or 2 bases or 3 bases, depending on your shape. Okay? As long as it can stand. So if this is my pencil, See, this is not a base because my pencil cannot stand. Okay? Skew lines. Two lines that do not intersect. First of all, they have to be two lines. They do not intersect, meaning they will never touch. They will never meet anywhere. And they are not parallel. So, using my tissue box again, I always say the best way is to choose the opposite edge. See this edge? It will never meet with this edge. You see that? So this edge is skewed to this one. One, because they are not parallel. Two is because they will never meet. If I put my pencil here, my pen, and I put my pencil here, see? These ones will never meet. I don't care who says what. They will never meet. That is why they're called skewed lines. Parallel lines, two lines that are equidistant. That means the distance between them is the same throughout. And they will never intersect. So this edge is parallel to this edge. One, they have to be opposite. And these lines will never meet. Okay? These lines will never meet. The opposite sides of your rectangle or your square. They will never meet. Those are what we are calling parallel lines. Then we have perpendicular lines. So parallel lines, they go like this. They are horizontal. Please use a ruler. See me, I can't draw straight lines because I'm holding my phone. Use a ruler. They can be vertical and they can be diagonal. Okay? Perpendicular lines, lines that intersect and make a 90-degree angle or a right angle. So you draw and you put that and you put 90 degrees. Please make sure you're using a ruler when you're drawing. So perpendicular lines are lines that meet. Intersecting means you touch each other. So if I touch, the distance between the yellow pencil and my blue pen must be 90 degrees for them to be perpendicular. If it's not 90, then they are not perpendicular. Okay? Alright. Cross sections. Cross section will always be a two-dimensional shape. Always. There will always be a two-dimensional shape. So it can be a circle, triangle, square, rectangle, pentagon, all this. Remember, pentagon has 5 sides or 5 vertices. Remember, a hexagon has 6 sides or 6 vertices. Heptagon has 7 sides or 7 vertices. Octagon has 8 sides. 8 sides. Nonagon has 9 sides. Decagon has 10 sides. You should know this from grade 6 and 5. 8 vertices. 9 vertices. 10 vertices. Okay? So that is how you identify, and you need to know these names with correct spellings. Okay? So a cross section will always be two-dimensional. That means if I cut over here with a knife straight across, I will see a circle. If I cut vertically straight across, I will see a rectangle. Okay? The same thing here. If I cut this, I will see a rectangle. If I cut it like this, I will see a rectangle in here. So the cross section is the face that is made after you cut. Okay? All right, let's continue. Polyhedrons. Polyhedrons are a 3D shape whose sides are polygons. That means they can be a triangle, they can be a rectangle, but not a circle. A circle is not a polygon because it doesn't have straight edges. For you to be a polygon, your edges have to be straight, not curved. So this is not a polyhedron because this is not straight. It is curved. You see that? That is why. Shapes that are not polyhedrons. Please underline and highlight. A cylinder is not a polyhedron. A cone is not a polyhedron. A sphere is not a polyhedron. A hemisphere is not a polyhedron because the edges are curved or because the edges are not straight. And their cross sections are a circle. Because their cross section is a circle, you are not a polyhedron. Okay? Now, polyhedrons are divided into two. They are divided into pyramids or prisms. For a shape to be a pyramid, one, it has to be 3D. It cannot be 2D. The same thing with a prism. It has to be 3D. A pyramid has only one base. It can't have two bases, one base only. And the sides go up and meet in one common vertex. Okay? And the faces are triangles. The faces have to be triangles. So, for you to be a pyramid, your face has to be a triangle. You should only have one base. And all your faces meet up. They meet up. You see? All the faces. They meet up over here. Look. There you go. Okay? You need to do this. All this you need to label them. So, what is a prism? Has to have two congruent bases. That means if I turn, it can stand. If I turn, it can stand. You see, this face is congruent to this face. So that is why it's a prism. You should have two congruent bases. The bases must be parallel. These bases will never touch each other. And the sides are rectangles, majority of the time. If you have rectangles as the sides, then you're a prism. And I said prism and pyramid are also polyhedrons because their faces are polygons, because their faces are straight, because their edges are straight. As long as you have straight sides, then you're a polyhedron. If you're not straight, like this container, or like a cone, or a sphere, or a hemisphere, then you're not a polyhedron. Okay? I have answered. We have discussed. Okay? We have done all this. So this is what you need to know for you to be successful over here. You need to know the names of these pictures. So Google all three-dimensional shapes or all polyhedrons. You will see names that come up. So do guided practice and independent practice, and we will review tomorrow when you come to class. Okay? And finish your examples A, B, and C. All this. There's nothing difficult in this chapter. Okay? I'll see you tomorrow.